This
Order.
conference will now be recorded.
Calling the meeting to order. Harwich Voter Information Committee, Wednesday, February 24th, 2021. Pursuant to, do I take the roll now? No. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law and the governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitation on the number of people that may gather in one place, this meeting of the Town of Harwich Voter Information Committee on February 24th will be conducted via remote participation. I hear music.
Yeah, there's something, I don't know what's going on with my speakers.
Right.
Okay, is it off?
Yeah, no in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time via technological means. In the event that we are unable to do so, despite best efforts, we will post on the Town of Harwich website an audio or video recording, transcript, or other comprehensive record of the proceedings as soon as possible after the meeting. I'm going to call the roll, and you have to, I have to call you each by name. Emily. Did you say something? Pam?
Yes. Present, whatever you want.
Yeah. And I don't see anyone for public comment. So I'd like to move to approve the January 27th, 2021 minutes.
So moved.
Okay, I'll second with a spelling change. Paragraph 2, item C. I think the word should be contested, and it's something a little different than that.
Okay,
That's it.
I can correct
That's
that.
fine.
Yeah. So with that change, do I hear a roll call vote to approve the minutes? Chris is
Yes.
saying yes. Pam says yes.
Pam,
And Emily?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, we'll move to old business. And Emily, I'm looking forward to your update on Know Your Town.
Yes, I'm very excited. The invitations went out to all of the department heads via email, and I've gotten good response so far. I have 6 department heads who have reached out to schedule their reporting, so I'll be getting in touch with them tomorrow to do that. I've also started some PR for the program using the library's social media page and newsletter, and in that PR, I linked to the community questionnaire where they could fill out the questionnaire to pose community questions. So I've gotten 2 responses to that so far. I also heard from Joy Jordan, who's the community outreach specialist at Monomoy Regional School District. And he was offering to put me in touch with someone at the school district. Although they're not a town department, she wondered if we might want to include them as well. So I did mention to her that we always include both Monomoy and Cape Cod Tech in our financial state of Harwich program, and that we can get in touch with them about that shortly. But I was curious as to the committee's opinion. Should we include the 2 districts in the Know Your Town series, but perhaps eliminate the financial question and only talk to them about the other questions? So I'd like to hear your thoughts on that.
Okay.
I think that makes good sense.
It does.
Because then the financial piece will be just the financial piece, and we won't get off track as has happened in the past. And then, you can focus on the actual questions that you ask all the other committees.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. And I do know that, I was counting how many people we usually have at financial state, and that's 7. So, well, we can figure that out when we get to there. Yeah, I go with that idea, Emily. That's smart.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Perfect. I will reach out to both Monomoy and the tech school and see if they would like to send a representative or have a representative record for the podcast as well.
great.
Okay. Yeah, so that's it from me for now.
What about help from us? Are you looking for us to help somehow, the rest of the committee?
The main thing that I could use help with is if you could share the Facebook post that the library did, or forward on the library newsletter that talked about collecting community questions. I think that would be really helpful. When we
Yeah.
start publishing the episodes to the podcast, then I'll definitely could use some help with PR, just again forwarding or sharing that information with other community members. But other than that, the recording process is pretty simple, and I really don't need any assistance with that or the editing. So I think I'm in good shape.
Nice, that's great to hear.
Good.
Wonderful. Okay, we'll go through if you, on the agenda, our spring programs. So I was supposed to have met this morning with Joe Powers. It got rescheduled to Tuesday of next week. So I don't have anything new in that area. But I was going through who we typically ask to attend financial state, and that's 7 people, including us, at least, yeah, including like Pam as moderator. And Amy said, she can do, all 7 at one time or 1 at a time. And she has, of course, licenses for GoToMeeting and also Zoom. So Pam, we might need to start talking with her about the best way to do that, and then kind of be ready
Okay.
to invite our.
Well, and the governor has changed the meeting rules, so you can have up to 10 people now. So that would ease the situation.
If your room's big enough, I'm guessing. I don't know, but okay.
Yeah.
I think she can help you with that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think if we break it up anyway, because we always had everybody at the table, I think if we started out with 3 people and then when they leave, then 3 more come in. Or as one leaves, 1 more will come in, so that we could stagger the arrival times.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be happy to talk to Jamie about that.
Yeah, I think she'll be good for the logistics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't feel like I'm at all good at it. The other one is usually Peggy's program, the warrant review, and that's the one I'll know more about on Tuesday when I talk to Joe. If he wants to do it like he did last year with just Carol and he and Dana as FinCom, or see if we can't get some of the sponsors of the articles in. And that was one of the reasons he didn't meet today, was putting together the warrant
Okay.
for the Board of Selectmen. So
Are they still are they planning on doing an outdoor meeting like last year?
no idea.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah. I did hear rumor it might get pushed back a week or 2. And well, I think that was in the paper too, wasn't it? Wasn't that in the Cape Cod Chronicle?
I think so.
They wouldn't go past the election day, but it may be a week before or 2 weeks before that. So
Okay.
yeah. Candidates forum, there are 9 at this point, 9 vacancies, if you will, of the non-contested elections, contests. And that's the one where Jamie said we can just do maybe one person at a time, of course, and one of us hosting it. So I don't know who might want to do that. And I think we don't even have to have it on the same day, but she would, edit it in such a way that it made sense, how she wants to present it on Channel 18. No, Emily, you are always very good at this. I know you have a lot on your plate.
I'm going to have to look at my calendar, Chris, because I think that we have this scheduled on or around May 11th, correct?
Yeah.
That is the end of my semester. So
Oh.
things a little crazy that week in particular, but let me look at my schedule and see. I mean, it's possible that if we didn't, so we have the Griffin room reserved for the 11th, correct?
No, she wants this done in her studio.
Oh, in the studio. Okay.
Yeah. And
all right. Let me look at my calendar. So you said there are 9 vacancies. They're all, well, I guess there's still time to take out papers, so we don't know if they're uncontested, right?
right, yeah. We only know that the contested one, the selectman,
Right.
behind McManus. And let me just peek. Tried to update the list yesterday. So the school committee vacancy, 3 on the water wastewater commission, and then 3 who have taken out papers for Brooks Free Library, Joan McCarty, Kathleen Remillard, and Jeannie Wheeler.
Yep.
And the housing authority, Kim Borgia. Now, she ran, let's see, when she ran last, which was her first time, I think, she declined coming to our event, but that's no big deal. And then town moderator.
Oh, well, good luck there.
Right. So when I say 9,
3,
Yeah.
6. Okay. All right.
So
I'll give it some thought
yeah,
about hosting that one.
right. And even if it's, yeah, it might be something that should be done by the 11th too. Maybe we can slip people in on a schedule. I'm more than willing to help with that.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. And then the contested. So I sent an email to Florence Selden, League of Women Voters, and I said, have you guys done this via Zoom or GoToMeeting or whatever? And she said they ran a number of them last year. And she said the format's the same, but we need to talk because, there's logistics that I probably don't fathom quite now yet. So I promised to do that in the next week. And so maybe we will be able to have a contested for, she said format, the minutes and per candidate and rebuttal, and that's basically the same.
Okay.
How many are, Chris, how many races are contested?
Only 1 so far.
So just the Board of Selectmen?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. School committee could be one. I don't know.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
like the idea of going forward with it, even if we have to do it over Zoom or GoToMeeting, in that format. If they're willing to do that, I'm sure we can work out the logistics.
Oh, yeah.
With the GoToMeeting platform, if I'm logged in as host, I think I can mute guests. So,
Mhm.
there's a timing element right there.
Yeah.
Perhaps we could use the comment section to collect and curate the questions. Just a thought.
Yeah. See, you're good at this.
Yeah, that's a very good idea.
Yeah, it seems so new to me that I have to think a lot harder. Good.
Yeah, I bet Florence will have some good suggestions if she's done it several times.
Well, and her email was breezy, like, yeah, this is no big deal to call.
Good, good.
Yeah, I love that. And then today was also the day I was going to discuss the brochure with Joe. He has it. And, you know, I'm tempted to email and just say, well, should I head it over to Anita before Joe and I meet to get her comment? So that's as
That's
far.
a good idea.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we should.
yeah. Yep.
So, we think now. We also had as a possible program, capital outlay and CPC. I think that those were your ideas, Pam.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if we want to try to pull that off before, or do something with them in the fall. I'm feeling overwhelmed with programs, but
Yeah, I think the fall might be a good idea. I think we're all feeling, I know I'm feeling overwhelmed. And I'm not doing nearly as much as you are, but,
you will be soon.
well,
Yeah. So do we think we agree on that? That's fine to think about that toward the fall?
I agree. I think that's a good choice.
yes.
Well, we
Yeah.
have a lot on our plate over the next couple of months.
Yeah, and for me,
We
some of it's
do.
a learning curve too, you know, so, yeah.
Yeah. And is this the right time to talk about the program with Michael Ford, the moderator?
Yes.
Yeah, this telephone tag has gone on so long that, and I have not heard from him at all in the last, I guess it's been 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking that he's probably underwater as well. And maybe we should postpone that one until the fall as well. And then we could do, because we don't really do anything in the fall. So we might be able to give it more focus
Yeah,
later.
I'm okay with that.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay. The next item, I know you continue to work on it, Emily, is our webpage update.
Yep, so I had two, I wanted to know if you wanted me to add the list of vacancies on committees to our page.
I'd like-
You sent that recently, so I'll add that. And then as we kind of finalize details for the other programs, I could create some flyers and marketing materials for those as well. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and draft them so I have the graphics and most of the info ready, and then as we get closer and we have more details, I can add that.
Nice.
Well, that's great. Yeah, you do an awesome job with that, Emily.
Thanks, Pam.
Yeah, wonderful. Let me think. Okay, so are we ready to go to other? I had some response, of course, to the email I sent out. Well, newsletter I sent out, forwarded the library one, and all positive.
Yeah.
And one request from John Chory. He's hoping at some point that we could do a program on town committees. Now, we've done, I think, 2 since I've been around. But that might be something to fill in our fall dead time.
Yes.
You know, and it would, it'd be great if people could start on a committee when the fiscal year starts, but I think that's pushing us a little bit too much, and maybe we should, you know, when we get back together, August, September, whenever it is, that we, geez, I don't know what I'm doing. That we think about that one.
You know, maybe that could even be another podcast series.
Oh,
I agree. Yeah, I think that's the perfect spot for that particular issue.
Because we
And there are some committees that just are not interested.
Right.
They they don't meet that frequently, and they really don't want to participate. Now, maybe they've changed. Maybe there are new members, but I think we used to have 46 different committees, and I don't know how many we have now, because some of them have consolidated.
Right.
Do you have a list, Chris, with the number of committees?
It's on the town website under boards and committees.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch. And I would see this program kind of twofold. Just basic knowledge about what does a committee do, and then also a recruiting effort.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, and I think the last time was when Mike McCaskill and I did, we had maybe 12 committees that responded, and he was a great partner to have because he knew so much more, about the town and how different committees interrelated with each other, not just with town departments. And that was
right.
That went well.
And I think it'll be interesting too, because we'll have the new water committee, wastewater committee up and running, so that'll give them some time to figure out where they're at and how they're going to be approaching things.
A human services committee too, I think, maybe.
Oh, that's wonderful. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So, anything for the good of the order here? Anything else?
No,
We okay?
I think we have our assignments and
Yeah.
we know where to go from here.
Yeah, and I'll talk to Peg.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I just did
all right.
I'm a conflict of interest. So we're all set, except for Peg. She signed off on the acknowledgement, but not her certificate expires 20th of March. So she and I spoke, and she'll get something pretty soon. But anyway, I'll be able to turn that in.
And you got mine, right?
Oh yes, yeah, I did. Thank you,
Okay.
both of you. So I'm going to ask that we adjourn. And do we have to take a roll call for that? I don't know. Is that a motion?
Yes,
I make a motion.
I'll second it.
And I'll take the roll. Emily?
Yes.
Pam?
Yes.
And Chris says yes also. Well, thank you very much.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Yeah.
Take care.
Have a good one. Yep.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah, good.